This is gonna be for the passionate people, for the ones who believe they're in this world to have an extraordinary life and won't settle for less. Okay, if you're in a job that drains you, depletes you, and sucks the happiness out of you, it is more than okay to quit. And if you're here, it's because you are thinking of quitting, or you have already quit, or there's something in your mind or in your environment that is telling you to quit the job you're stuck in, because I know you're stuck. And I know you are, because I am you and I have been you. So I understand you completely. I understand that it is not fun to wake up every day to a place with people that don't value your capacities, with in a place that just feels like it doesn't belong to you and you don't belong to it. I know it's just so completely messed up to try to pretend that you enjoy what you do when you don't. I know that it sucks to having to be nice to everyone, because you just can't like just throw around everything and shut up everyone, and you can do it, but there's an energy within you that just want to scream and just say no more. I don't want this anymore. I don't want it. And if you don't want it, it's okay to quit, because it is horrible to live a life and to have a job that the only value that it offers is just money. Okay, a job shouldn't be just about money. The value that a job offers you should be about your feelings, about your values, about your core beliefs, and not just money. Because if you work just for money, that ain't gonna last. And if you last in that job that you do only for the money, your energy will be down all the time. You'll be depressed, you'll be sad, you'll be frustrated all the time. And you don't deserve to have a life like that. Because look, whether you believe in God or not, God doesn't want you to do things that you don't like. God doesn't want you to wake up every day hating your life, hating your job, hating everything about your day, hating everything about your life. God wants you to live a good, healthy, happy, fulfilling life. Okay? That's what God wants you to do. And let me tell you something, God is inside you. You are God in some way. And there's something beneath there's something underneath you, underneath this skin and these bones, that wants you to have an extraordinary life and to start living it now. And if you don't quit, or if you just taking too long to quit, it will just be even more and more and more repressed. And you will take much longer to get to where you want to be. So if you're thinking about quitting and you haven't done it yet, you better act fast. And I've had jobs before in which I didn't really know if I should quit or I should continue, but I was there just for the money. Again, if you work for the money, you will lose yourself. So I was in these jobs, and this is a specific job, and I wanted to quit, but I just couldn't do it. And I was thinking about, how am I gonna live? How am I gonna pay my bills? How am I gonna buy stuff, buy food, buy this or the other thing? And I just kept working there, and the time came when my contract finished. Well, I didn't necessarily quit, but I just stopped working, and I said, I am not gonna give my life to a job no more. And that's what I did. And for 2 years after that, I just studied something different and started doing super different things. And I had a job after all those amazing things that happened to me after not working anymore. And I quit it. I quit that freaking job because I didn't feel like I belonged there. And even though I worked in that place with a different vision, because I was already more connected to my true self, and I was more grateful for what I had, and I had a better understanding of my finances, of my money, and my job, the quality of my job. So I didn't do it like with the sense of not wanting to do it, but just with a sense of being grateful for it, and a sense that it wasn't gonna be forever. And I started working there, But every day I went to that job, I knew that there was going to be a time that I wouldn't work there anymore. And that's where I'm right now. Okay, so really, I feel you. I feel the anguish and the concerns that one has. Because on the one side, we have to pay our bills and we have to survive and we have to, do all the stuff that we need to do with money because the job gives us money. But on the other hand, we have these amazing and big desires. We have this astonishing and this voluptuous mind and future. And we know that in the job we're right now, we can use that. We can use it. Most jobs nowadays are just so narrow and they don't give you the necessary amount of stimulation that your talents and your abilities, your real skills need to blossom and to explode, because you have a lot of talents and capacities that need to be shown to the world. And if you're in a job that's like just do this and do the other and do that stuff and that's it, you are not gonna live to your full potential. Okay, you are not gonna accomplish it. You are just gonna be limited by your tasks and your responsibilities and whatever your boss and your team tells you. But that won't give you satisfaction at all. That will deplete you. That will make you feel like you don't have anything to offer to the world, because that's what happens when people work for so long in jobs that they hate, or at most jobs that they don't feel good with. You don't have to necessarily hate your job to quit. You just have to feel that you have something more to give and that your job doesn't allow you to. Okay? Because, we are born here and we are brought into this world. But we don't exist in vain. Your skills, your capacities, your dreams, your passions, everything you like, everything that you're good at, the world needs it. But you won't be able to give that to the world if you keep on working in this awful job. I mean, it doesn't even have to be a 9 to 5. It could be freelance, it could be your own business, it could be whatever. But if you don't feel that what you do in this job is aligned to what you really like, to your passions, to what you see yourself in the future, to your higher self, then there's something here that needs to change. Either you need to do something different in that job, or you need to quit and start over completely. Okay? And believe me, the moment you quit, the moment you say, I won't do this anymore, it feels like a mixture of emotions, because it's like, okay, I'm free from this awful job, but at the same time, I'm at the mercy of a world that doesn't wait for anyone. And the pressure is so high. And then you don't know what to do, and then you don't know where path to take. And then you feel like this pressure to do something with your life, to make money, to buy stuff, to pay things. And it could be overwhelming. It could be so overwhelming, because you start with this amazing feeling of, yeah, I'm free and I'm going to do something amazing with my life. But at the same time, the world is asking you to pay bills, to buy stuff, to survive. And then you fall into the temptation to start working again. But the idea is that you leave that pressure and you feel it, because everything will come into place. And this is very important, because when things get hard, you have to develop an indestructible confidence, so robust, so firm, and so powerful that not even an earthquake can break it. You need to develop a deep sense of self-independence. And I mean, this is really hard, because I have struggled with this too. And sometimes you think that you won't be able to do it. Sometimes you think you are not capable enough. And that's horrible. That's horrible. But believe me, you have to work on strengthening that confidence in yourself, that trust in yourself. If you trust God, you trust yourself. If you have confidence in yourself, you have faith in yourself. Okay? Because when you learn to develop these skills, you become so powerful and you find solutions all around you. Your awareness begins to sharpen and you start seeing things that you didn't see before, and you start being aware of solutions that you haven't seen before. You gotta give it time. You gotta quit and you gotta leave the stress, the frustration, the not having money, the concerns, the preoccupations, all that. And while you do that, you develop an indestructible confidence. And when you develop an indestructible confidence, you will find solutions all around you. Problems don't exist anymore. If you are here to live an extraordinary life, which I know you are, then you have to quit. And you have to suffer the process, and you will build your life. You will have those amazing dreams accomplished, and your talents won't be wasted. Because that's the saddest thing to me, to see someone so talented, so precious, having all those talents and preciousness being wasted in a job that doesn't value them enough. So it's okay to quit your job and go and find your happiness. Go and build your happiness and use your freedom and use your talents, because I know you got them. And I know that you're here in this world to show them, not to repress them and to use them a little bit in your job that offers you nothing for them. So go ahead and explode. Explode those awesome talents of you. I believe in you. But you have to believe in yourself.